I refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.
This is Umar Ahmed for IFL TV, proudly sponsored by Everlast. Only one day to go till Joyce sang in London. Obviously, I'm joined by top ranks Brad Jacob, MIKAELA Mayer on the card. A very jet-lagged Brad as well. You've been to what, Japan recently?
I have Japan last week and went home to Miami for a few days and now back here to London.
I'm not even going to attempt to figure out the time differences involved and how jet-lagged you are. Yeah, good opportunity for MIKAELA here to shine. We know the UK fans really do like her, especially after her last performance here against Baumgartner. And she feels like, obviously, she got the wrong end of the decision. How do Top Rank feel about that now?
Yeah, look, we totally support her. We think she's great all around, you know, not only in the ring, but outside of the ring. And, you know, she and her team have proved it, go from being a unified champion and right back into it for a championship, interim championship at the next weight. So, take on all comers, and she's, you know, we're really proud of her.
She has said if she gets past this Saturday that Katie Taylor is something that she really wants, so she's got her own business to deal with, Chantel Cameron. If she does come through against Chantel Cameron, is that something you guys will pursue with Matchroom and try to make?
Look, I mean, we have a history of showing that when there are big fights to make, we're going to work with whoever it takes to get them done. So if that presents itself, absolutely, we try to do that.
Just away from that, obviously main event, big heavyweight fight, two beasts. How do you think this will do in the US? Obviously Joseph Parker got knocked out by Joe Joyce last time, which I heard, you know, was making a little bit of noise in America. Obviously Joe Joyce is our guy, a British fighter, but how's he getting along in terms of coverage in the States, Joe Joyce?
Yeah, I mean, look, I think there's a little introduction factor with Joyce, but at the end of the day, you've got two behemoth heavyweights. They're former medalists from the Olympics. You know, we'll do our job of promoting, and ESPN will do that. And I'm sure we'll have a nice audience, and it'll be good for the winner, you know, after this weekend.
Absolutely will. Continuing with heavyweight talk, I haven't actually caught up with yourself or anyone from Top Rank since the fallout with Tyson Fury and Alexander Usyk. How do you feel about it now, Brad?
Yeah, look, I think, you know, it's just part of boxing, and we try to make fights. Some get made, some don't. And we move on and try to get to the next one.
Of course, there are strong rumours circulating that there's a potential multi-fight deal on the table in December in Saudi Arabia, where we see Fury and Usyk box, we see Wilder and Joshua box, and the winners face each other. I mean, that sounds very ideal. We know boxing isn't ideal, but I'm sure you've been party to these conversations if they've taken place with Saudi Arabia?
No, it's complete rumor as far as we're concerned, and you know, if something comes to the table that's real, we'll be a part of a discussion.
If it does come to the table, it does sound good though, doesn't it, Brad?
Yeah, it sounds terrific. Reality is another thing.
Definitely is. Obviously, Top Rank have got a fantastic fight recently they announced with Devin Haney and Vasyl Lomachenko, May 20th in Las Vegas. It doesn't really get better and bigger than this. This is a fantastic fight.
Yeah, look, you've got a former world champion against the current undisputed champion. Lomachenko, you know, I think he's got one more push in him, and Haney is a terrific champion, so you know, we're really looking forward to that. Ticket sales are going really well at the MGM for that, so I think it's going to be a great night.
Yeah, always good to see an undisputed clash. That's May 20th. Just back to Tyson Fury. What would you like to see him do in the summer, perhaps? There's whispers of maybe Andy Ruiz Jr. at Wembley. What do you think about that fight?
Yeah, look, I think any fight for Tyson Fury is an exciting event, not a boxing match. It's an event. And if it's Andy Ruiz, if it's the winner of this fight, whoever it may be, I think it'll turn into a great night. And, you know, he'll do 80, 90,000 at Wembley. And, you know, the fans of the US will enjoy it as well, so it'll be good.
I reckon he could fight you, Brad, and he'd still sell 90,000.
Very true. I'm undefeated, so.
Brad, appreciate your time. Best of luck to MIKAELA Mayer from a Top Rank perspective. Tomorrow night, we'll speak soon.
Yeah, thanks so much.
Thank you, mate.
Refuse to not be first.
Do we do enough? Well, I never shut up about it.
It must have been about 16, 17. We nicked their guilt rings. Right, the bouncer's guilt ring.
This is no good for me. That's the reality. If you want the honest truth, and I see it every day.